So yeah.
That how niggerish of you to say that.
Have we started?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as free will, but it's okay. I want the audience to prompt me. I will go on a tangent. So yeah.
We're not doing that today.
We're not doing that today.
No. Not today.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, that's a conversation for another day because honestly, I actually do think if there's ever a conversation we might actually have a disagreement on, it might be that one.
I can't.
So I'm still loading on my.
Please,
I'm still doing my research.
All your research because
it's fine, and I'm going to do a literature review.
Anyway,
but anyway, hit us up.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask me earlier before I stopped you and I said let's go record?
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, pending 2 deadlines tomorrow, but we move in a consultation. But
yeah.
Okay. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. One of my better days.
Nice one.
Productive.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mention the drip also.
Yeah, of course, man. We're hitting them pansula, bro. We were deep with it.
Yes, I just remembered you telling me about altruistic.
Yes,
entrepreneurship.
Okay. Let me first ask you this.
Yes.
What made you decide to be a lawyer?
Wow. Okay, so a while ago, my friend asked me this question on her podcast as well, and my answer was long-winded because it really is a long-winded chat.
If you could, okay. No.
I would be succinct and say that's how I'm going to get to this. Okay, I'll be succinct and say, okay, listen, that was more a consequence of my environment than myself, really. Do I see myself doing anything other than the law? Yes, but not currently, no.
So what you mean by environment? Was it like when you're younger type of thing?
Yeah.
Something that happened when you're younger?
Yeah, because like it was more like I'm a talkative chap, naturally, quite argumentative. So now I think, and then there's just like these elements, these small bursts of leadership that everyone gets to see, and they're like, okay, this child probably is better suited to be like legal, in the legal space. So they might have not had to say it explicitly, but it was implied in the air. So then I eventually was like, I want to be a lawyer, and I watched a few episodes of Suits, and I thought, hey, actually, wait, I'm up,
So what was it that attracted you the most? It wasn't really about the people? As in like representing the people? Was it more of like a...
It was... I was attracted to the fact that it was my words that were doing the job. I wasn't... There wasn't like a... Yes, there is a prerequisite for some knowledge, some legal background. But at the end of the day, it's about my opinions. And I'm trying to convince a judge. And I'm saying to him, bro, listen... I know it looks like this, but it's really not like this. Yeah. So that's like the pinnacle of what I would have loved to do. So it makes sense. Then naturally you join public speaking, you join Toastmasters, you join debate, and that's been my trajectory thus far.
No way. No, because I kind of had this. I think I'm too much of a romantic for my own good, but I always used to think that like lawyers either were saving the good people or like helping the bad guy. I always saw that black and white, or like doctors are the best. Doctors are just here to heal you. So it was a very nice enclosure.
It's nice and binary.
It's nice and binary. But then like I heard, okay, so I was listening to this TED Talk and not TED Talk, no, it wasn't the TED Talk. I don't want to talk about that TED Talk. It was a podcast. And yeah, sorry if you're hearing me, I'm sorry to steal your content, but it was good. So essentially it was about David Beckham, right?
Oh yeah.
So David Beckham apparently had some. So he used to play when he played for PSG. All his salary went to a charity, some particular charity, right?
Okay. That's very noble.
Yeah,
I did not expect that from David Beckham.
Yeah,
but okay, sure.
So wait till the end.
Oh, yeah, let's
right?
get it.
So it was. So he paid out. He never received a cent. It was going to the charity, and then apparently some emails.
Do you know how much it was?
Yeah, I have no idea. I actually didn't do any prior research to this. I'm just replicating the story.
But okay, go for it.
I trust the guys who are talking about it.
It's because they spoke in very deep tones.
I trust them, so I'm just going to repeat that. So, all of it. But then some emails leaked, right? And in those emails, apparently you are saying that he did a more noble thing than what whoever was being knighted or given an award.
So it was an issue about knighthood. He felt snubbed. He felt like he deserved the knighthood.
He felt that he did like a lot of charity and like he deserved some recognition, you know? And then because those emails leaked, right? The general public were outraged. Oh, David Beckham, how could you, you know? But the question was, does it remove from the fact that he actually helped people?
Okay. So upon hearing this from first instance, I don't think the ends were not wrong and the means were not wrong, but the feelings, he acted on his feelings. And that, he acted on his feelings. Like something like Chris always says, I don't know if I can add Chris in these, but
I got beef.
Okay, add Christine Goretza. She said, like, you know, like feelings exist and they are there, but the real issue is what you do with them. Some you should just let them go. Some you can then work on them, or you can, or I don't know, accept them and welcome them, that kind of thing. So I think the deed is very noble. Personally, I feel as if even if it has a tax benefit, even if it has all these other incentives tied to it, someone got to benefit from that. And I mean,
so you're saying like, if you were to assign,
he acted on the wrong
a percentage of wrongness. Oh yeah, I just say wrong. Yeah. If you were to assign a percentage of wrongness of that whole ordeal on David Beckham's part, how much would you give him?
That nigga was like 30% wrong. I mean, listen, this is my opinion, and like, what I like about my opinion is it's very open to being challenged, and I'm very open to hearing what other people have to say with regard to this, because it's a very interesting conversation. It is nuanced in that it does kind of like have like an ethics side to it. Like, oh, really, was it good or was it bad? But I'm just thinking about it practically. Like, I can imagine I'm an NGO, right? We just started like feeding thousands of like kids after school program. Yeah. And it's all straight from David Beckham's PSG like salary.
That is true.
Like we all the way up. Like we are doing the work that needs to be done. Yeah. And sadly there's, I guess I don't know if this is me softening capitalism or what it might, or like sympathizing with it. I'm not really necessarily sympathizing with it at all. Yeah, but I think someone's benefiting. Yeah. So yeah. Like, so yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I hear you. Yeah, no, honestly, when I first heard the story, I was like, eh. But at the end of the day, I was like, nah, I think he was 100% right. I give him everything. Like, man, away. Because, okay, so...
why?
Yeah, let me lead into the bigger story of what I wanted to talk about. This was so like, for the first time, we're actually hitting a direction.
I feel like this is what's going to lose its viewership. But
hey, such is life. So while I was listening to that podcast, a different one now. Yeah. It was Sam Harris, the guy I mentioned in the last episode. Yeah, listen. He's going to know me. Sam Harris is a Nigel when he's always touting your name.
Sam, anyway. My guy, please can you be on our podcast?
So anyway, he had someone on and they were talking about effective altruism. Right?
Okay, but effective in what? Okay, what's altruism?
So I read it and I heard it from there. So okay. I would not know what the individual components really on their own, what they would stand by, like Like they had actual definition. But as a combined definition, effective altruism is essentially using reason to do the most good. Using logic and science to do the most good, right? So I'm like, oh, crazy. Let's
how?
I'm gonna get there. So like, I'm like, oh, wait, crazy. Let's hear where this is going. And then so there's this guy who was saying that like apparently they've got a bad rep. I don't know if they're like atheists or something. I don't know, but apparently people have got weird opinions about these guys, right? So it was this guy who was talking about effective altruism, and he was saying like how like certain people in their bid to do the most good may get lost within their solution.
Okay.
So apparently in South Africa some years ago, like about 10. There was this thing that was brought. So like, in rural areas, there's always a water problem.
Yeah.
So like what they did is they designed this play thingy. So it goes round and round and round and round. A merry-go-round, right?
Wow.
So while it's doing that, right, the water will be pumping up and it's clean water, and the kids are having fun and they're playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wins, right? But then,
so what happens if the babies don't want to play?
That's the story.
That's my conversation. Like
that's the story.
What's supposed to happen?
That's the story. It has to work under specific conditions, right? So first of all, there should be like water underground, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a question of like they wouldn't be able to get water. It was a question of can they get clean water?
Oh, so that provides them with clean water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, it has to meet certain conditions. That's the problem. That water thing, there's something else. But then the thing that kills me is what if the kids don't want to play?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
so it ends up becoming what? Slavery. It ends up... It ends up becoming child labor, bro. Because water is people need water.
Okay.
And the only way you can get water. So apparently what ended up happening was then now the grannies.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Who came up with this project? Who came up with this project?
Listen, you can Google it if you think I'm joking.
Wait, who came up with this project?
I don't know, but it happened in South Africa. It happened in South Africa, right? So now, God. Because out there, they were like, "Wow, what a beautiful initiative!" What money was being pumped in, right? But then there were other articles that were saying, "No, this thing is not working." Those guys doubled down. Apparently, they've been running for some time now. They still are probably.
Oh my!
Play pump.
Play pump.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
play pump.
Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, it will be
actually no, but it was in the news. Free press, bro. We are allowed. We're allowed. Yeah. So now they use logic and reason. They use logic and reason to justify the most good.
So that play pump was reasoned logically.
It's an example of effective altruism. Right, it's an example of like it's something that's done to like grand scale. So my thing was, I saw that and I thought about David Beckham. I'm like, no, but David Beckham used his own logic and his own reasoning to do the most good. That was essentially some form of effective altruism. That's why he's 100% correct.
Okay, fair.
Did I change your mind?
No.
You still
so
assign him the 30%.
I feel like we need part 2 of this discussion.
It's okay.
But I whoever that company is, whoever that NGO
they're
was,
called
Play Pump,
I think
whatever.
I can Google that later.
Your concept. I mean, shout out for getting people clean water, but no, like I think no, and I think no in that. Listen, let's find other ways,
bro. It became a parody of its own self, bro. Because it's now like you're not having grannies.
You got Gogo's doing that, bro.
To do the water because the kids don't want to play.
Anyway,
yeah, but that was our first, proper discussion that was actually going somewhere.
So I guess the question is, to round it off, is does altruism need to be qualified? Does it have to be good or bad?
No, I think by definition, altruism is good. Altruism, I think, means just generally doing something from your own desire or something like I don't know. I actually don't have the dictionary. I only knew effective altruism. Whether it's a qualifier.
Sure. I don't know, man. I mean, okay. Open to. I think we'll open it up to everybody because you guys had like the case studies there.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear some opinions.
That'd be cool.
Sure. Random
to the 5 people
to the 5 people listening. Shout out, I love you.
I bet.
Later, guys.